Jackson. He's got a man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
And this is where those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Jackson.
Go.
Dude, you played the fuck out of that play, boy. Damn, you played the shit out of that play.
Understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Wow.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. He completes it to Baker. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. One last shot for Jackson.
I need a lot of
He's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Touchdown at the point after.
What's it?
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Oh, shit. I thought you wanted to run that bitch back, Josh.
I gotta play your boy.
Oh, it's all good, man. You streaming it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting off this shit. All right, man.
All right.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Chicago Bears. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And they run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. Breaks through the contact. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. This is going to consistently be this way throughout the game. There's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Foreman powering ahead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bears at 3-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. Tyler Scott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run here with Sanders. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, anything to try and get the losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay away.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Runs over it. And now he picks up the spare. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Young off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Young. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He could not get away that time. It'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead. But they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run again with Foreman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run it on first with Foreman. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. Running right, here's Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throw left side, there's London. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Young. He'll get that complete to Alvaro. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. T. Higgins from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will get back to at least cover this. Certainly a sigh of relief there. But his offense going to be set up deep in their own territory now.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it, and I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Mahomes now on first down. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the handoff, here's Foreman. And this will be a Bears first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Foreman, draw play. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This is 2nd and 8. Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Draw play, a give to Herbert. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. At their own 34-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And that's caught inside the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Young. Oh, that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
In motion left is Higgins. Now a second down throw for Young. And Sharp calls it in. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. To the air once more, Young. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing, Young. He's got his man, London, right side. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Okuegbunam. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, there had to be a little bit of possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary. Credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And shooting the tackle, and now some room. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll They'll go again with Herbert. Tackled on the play by DeMar Mathis.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to figure out a way to leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. And off running left, Foreman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. They set up the screen to Foreman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Herbert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Brian Burns collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And Young's throw there incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Young on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Now Young on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Touchdown, Chicago! Khalil Herbert, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have broken our tide and have taken a fourth quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Foreman will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it up, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give left side here for Herbert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Herbert. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Young. Able to connect with Chark, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Young to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Blitz there in this situation.
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Young. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Being chased out left. And this one too low.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Now Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.